Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So I know this is Jack Nicholson and it's him like in a mental institution of some sort. I don't know if he's in there or if he's like a guard there but it's like related to mental health in a way. And whenever there's something along these lines, I'm always kind of skeptical on the reliability of the narrator, unreliable narrator. You know, if he is a guard here, is he really a guard here? That whole trope, is he actually an inmate who we're seeing delusions of him being a guard, that kind of thing. You know, I don't know whether to expect that, but I'm going to be dubious about what I see here, I think. So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon page. Over there you can find a full-length version of this reaction, polls so you can vote for what's next, and the diamond tier, the top tier. Once a month at that tier you get to choose a film that I react to. This film was a diamond tier request, so thank you very much for your support. Let's just jump right in. Are we jumping straight into the film? No. Yeah, I was going to say, no studio title cards and things. I was expecting that mountain to transform into one or something.
Morning, Mancini.
Oh, wow, yeah. Tied down for the night. Damn.
How you feel?
Is that showing the state of this institution? They're not treating them well, or is that for his own safety? Because, yeah, there are situations where you would have to tie someone down. Yeah, you probably have to oversee that everyone's actually taking the medication as well. Physically see that they've done it. Oh, he's got a cigarette. He's allowed a cigarette in here. Okay. Okay, here he is. So we're getting it from the start of his stay here. I'm guessing they'll have to change his clothes at some point as well.
God damn, boy, you're about as big as a mountain. Look like you might have played some football. What's your name?
Okay, yeah, so non-verbal chief.
Whose turn is it now?
Well, it's a heat run. Where you going?
Aren't you going to play?
Oh, he's following him. Yeah, and of course there's people of different levels in here. Some people can hold a conversation. You might talk to them and not realize, and others are completely non-verbal, non-responsive.
Murphy, I'm Dr. Spivey.
Dr. Spivey, what a pleasure it is to meet you.
Sure. Pull up a chair, sit down, let's talk. Sure.
I mean, like, apart from the laugh at the start, you probably wouldn't have suspected anything.
Talked when unauthorized? Been resentful in attitude toward work in general, that you're lazy?
Yeah, none of that is anything wrong mentally, though.
The reason that you've been sent over here is because they wanted you to be evaluated.
Yeah.
To determine whether or not you're mentally ill.
Okay, so it's all just for an evaluation. Okay. But obviously people suspect there's something wrong with him, though.
No. You mean why? Wait a minute.
Why
wait a
did you
minute.
get sent over here from the work farm?
Oh,
It feels like the film is going to want us to question whether he should be here or not. Maybe there'll be some ambiguity in that as well.
They think you've been faking it in order to get out of your work detail.
Ah, okay, yeah.
What do you think about that?
do I look like that kind of guy?
Yeah, so that's why he's here. We need to observe him, see if he actually does have anything. Seems like he might have a bit of kind of like hyperactivity. He like stamped the stamp there, and you know, the whole thing with Chief earlier where he was doing all the stereotypical things.
We'll make our determinations as to what we're going to do and give you the necessary treatment.
So I guess, you know, if he was faking it, how much would he be trying to, you know, come off as mentally ill? He's either going to be pretending to be mentally well in order to get out of here, or pretending to be mentally ill to get out of this work that he was supposed to be doing. But also he might, you know, be trying to toe the line and bluffing, because you can't go too far one way either way.
I hate you. I don't ever want to see you again. You've betrayed me. Does anyone care to touch on this further?
It seems like oddly personal to be revealing to the group like that.
For
or without my wife, in terms of the human relationships, the juxtaposition of...
Oh, Christopher Lloyd. And yeah, don't think I'd seen him yet.
Marianne, little Marjorie, Jay? On the street, huh? Is that it? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that your idea of communicating something to me, is it?
I'm surprised Miss Ratchet hasn't, you know, interrupted this, broke it up yet. Yeah, Miss Ratchet's okay, some people are finally stepping in. A whole lot happened there. I don't know what to make of it. What Harding was saying, it just felt like, I don't know, big words with no substance. Too much going on in his mind that you can't articulate it. And obviously there's already some rivalries and things here.
You ever play this game, Chief?
Is he just going to be constantly pestering Chief, trying to get something out of him?
There. Just get down a little bit. All right, stand up.
Oh, wow.
That's a baby. All right, you got her.
I thought you'd just grab another ball and kind of lead by example, showing what to do.
Take the ball, you jump up and put it in the basket. See what I mean? Just put it. Mancini, hold still.
Is Mancini okay? It seems like he's struggling there.
Jump, hit me, baby. Put it in the basket, Chief. Put it in the basket.
Yeah, she's observing all of this. I don't know if in some way he's trying to help them there, but it feels like he's just kind of using them.
20. Huh? Hit.
Hit me.
Dime.
Shut up!
Tabor.
Come
Give me a
on.
dime.
I'm next, Tabor.
You're not next.
Yeah, the thing is, you know, you have to have a lot of patience with some people. It seems like Tabor and McMurphy, they're losing patience with Martini here. You have to have a lot of patience, like, as a guard working there. But when they're in, like, this a social situation like that, when they're just all interacting together, it's difficult.
I think it might be possible to turn that music down so maybe a couple of the boys could talk.
That music is all they have.
Yeah, there's a conflict of interest because different people have different needs. I feel like you do need to be checking under people, you know, checking people's mouths, checking under tongues, that then actually taking the medication. You just put it in his mouth, keep it under his tongue, you know? Yeah, there we go, exactly. I do wonder as well, if they're here trying to evaluate him, is it actually a good idea to medicate him? Is it not almost like influencing the results you might see if you medicate him and the medicine, you know, subdues some of his symptoms? But it could always just be a placebo that they were giving him anyway in that tablet form.
Is that we change a very carefully worked out schedule.
Ooh, change never hurt, huh?
Yeah, it would become very monotonous being in there, wouldn't it?
You know, some men on the ward take a long, long time to get used to the schedule.
But others are reliant on a schedule, aren't they?
Come on, get your hands up to do you some good, to get some exercise, putting your arms up in the air.
But also, you know, how exactly can you have a fair vote when the people maybe don't even understand what they're voting for or can be easily influenced?
Play the game.
Leave me alone. I ain't doing anything to you. What bullshit?
Your bullshit.
What about your bullshit?
Come on, play the game.
Listen, you keep your hands off me.
Play the game.
Tabor, yeah, he likes to annoy Harding, doesn't he? Likes to tease him, yeah.
You keep your hands off me! You hear me?
Anybody want to come with me?
I do, Mac. I want to go with you.
Chez, all right.
Going downtown, what, we're gonna try and escape? It must be plumbed in though, if it was spewing water, yeah. There's no way he's gonna get it. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Don't hurt yourself straining.
Billy doesn't feel like talking. I mean, why are you pressing him?
Ooh, talking back, yeah.
All right, all I need's one vote, right? Right?
I mean, you can just go up to Chief and put his hand up and his hand will stay there like he did with the basketball.
Raise your hand up and your buddies can watch the baseball game.
He was nodding, seemed to agree. No, walked off.
Come on, there's got to be one guy in here.
Oh, he is doing it. The thing is, does he understand what he's doing? That scream from him.
I want that television set turned on right now!
Of course, she, you know, she's like authority here. He thinks of everything she does as anything that's wrong is her fault.
Press swings, it's a long fly ball to deep left center!
Yeah, they can just use their imagination. Oh, what a cut, yeah.
Do you like it here?
Well, that fucking nurse, man.
Yeah, she has to be strict. She has to keep to a strict, you know, scheduled curriculum, whatever, but he sees it as authoritarian.
And I don't see any evidence of mental illness at all.
Really?
And I think
They think it's all put on. I mean, if he was faking it, he could get out of here and then he'd let him go see the ball game, wouldn't it?
These guys who's nuts. Huh? All right, wait.
He's going to try and use him as a ladder. Oh, there's far too much barbed wire, isn't there?
All right, push.
Oh, he's just going to slice himself up, isn't he? Wow, that easily is out. I mean, others have seen this. Have they? Anyone going to snitch? No? Expecting someone to just see it and shout. Ooh. Bit of emotion on Chief's face there.
Come on, Bob. Where you going?
Yeah, and they do have this little excursion every once in a while. Oh, he's on the bus too. Oh no, he's gonna drive off with it. Damn. And then the music, yeah, just some jolly old music. They're going on a road trip. Okay. Oh. I think there'll be a real problem if they all get off the buses. If they stay on the bus and are just observing, it's okay. But if they ever all get off, like they are right now, is where it could cause problems. One of them running off or something.
Right here.
They're getting on a boat somewhere?
We're from the, State Mental Institution.
Oh, I'm surprised he's actually saying. Oh, but they're saying they're doctors.
Fred?
They'll throw you in a can again, you know.
No, they won't. We're nuts. They'll just...
Yeah, I guess you can get away with any crime if you're believed to be mentally unwell like that. You go to the institution rather than a prison. Yeah, that's someone falls in and drowns. I'm just waiting for it to cut back to, you know, the institution itself and see them going crazy, like searching for them. Unless this whole expedition here is all one big delusion and it's not actually happening. I guess we'll have to see with like the consequence and stuff if it's ever brought up again.
Matt!
Yeah,
Where we go, Matt?
he becomes overwhelmed so easily, doesn't he?
This is the bait.
Okay, they are actually going to do some fishing.
Fish here. There for you, Martini. All right, now each one of us has got a fish.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting someone to try and take a bite.
Beautiful hair.
Gotta go through.
Thank you.
Through and around.
Yeah, going back to earlier, he's actually telling her, complimenting her.
Just keep fishing, guys.
Yeah,
Call me unless you get something real
he's
big you can't handle.
got something to keep them distracted. Yeah, of course. They're all gonna sneak a peek.
Hey!
Oh no! Oh, he's let go, okay. And it's still just going at full speed. I'm surprised they didn't just stop. And he's caught something. Wait, get the boat straight first. Priorities here. Oh, I'm just thinking back to the like very start. He obviously got the idea for fishing from the I'm forgetting the name of the guy, the main guy in charge, where he saw the photo of him holding the fish. That's probably where the idea was planted, yeah. Yeah, of course. Here's the consequence, the recourse from it.
Safe and sound, didn't lose a nut. Beat swollen, you know what I mean?
Oh, he did catch a few bits, yeah.
They're gonna be trolling this place.
Okay, and he is here. But yeah, if they don't believe he's got anything wrong with him...
Crazy. But he's dangerous.
You don't think he's crazy?
This is just... But does this prove it? Yeah.
I'd like to send him back to the work farm, frankly.
Oh, but is that just them wanting to get rid of him, not to deal with, you know, his issues?
Well, the funny thing is that the person that he's the closest to is the one he dislikes the most.
Yeah, get Miss Wretched even closer.
One more way of passing on our problem to somebody else.
Okay, she wants to keep him here.
I think we can help him.
She does believe there's something wrong with him then. That can be helped, yeah. They're gonna have to keep even more of an eye on him as well, you know, higher security.
All right, let's play ball, Harding. Break over. All right, Martini, get it back, back. I'm in the open.
Oh, they're actually playing against the guards, yeah.
I'm open, Harding. Will you give me the ball? Stop dribbling the goddamn. Chief, hey, baby, put it in.
Nice. Nice. They've got Chief actually. He's figured it out.
Get down there. Hey.
Oh no, he's not going to score an own goal now, is he? If he gets it near the other net.
Get around, Chief.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. He knows what he's doing. He's got a role and he's... Yeah. It feels like he's more responsive here than he has been before.
Put it in.
Yeah. They might actually win now. Oh, yeah. Look at Chief smiling and skipping. Far more responsive. That is actually helping you out, it seems.
Go ahead.
They've got some quite good facilities here, actually. I wasn't expecting a pool.
Now look, I'm voluntary here. See, I'm not committed. I don't have to stay here. I mean, I can go home anytime I want.
Wow, really? Okay.
As a matter of fact, there are very few men here who are committed.
He's one of the few. So they can just leave at any point if they wanted.
Doing here? You got to be out in a convertible, while bird dogging chicks and banging beaver. What are you doing here, for Christ's sake?
They know that they're better here than outside.
Cheswick, cigarettes are not important. Sit down, will you? Christ's sake.
Oh yeah, coming over, they're seeing things maybe escalating.
Small gambling casino in our tub room. Now, most of you lost all your cigarettes to Mr. McMurphy.
Oh, that's why she's keeping them. Okay.
How are we going to win our money back?
Yeah.
You're not
It's the only way they can see it, winning it back.
That's all over. If you had obeyed the rules in the first
Oh.
place, you wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, the burning. Of course. No, that isn't I mean, it's a bit of an overreaction, but that makes sense. Yeah, they thinking Tabor's reaction there is just completely out of nowhere. He's having an episode. The thing is, there's far less guards than there are them. Yeah, wow. Things can get out of control easily.
All right.
Oh, wow. Didn't expect to go, yeah, physical, hand to hand. And these, you know, the same guards a moment ago they were fine with playing basketball. Oh.
It's all over, Mac.
The Chief's gonna defend him, of course. Is that, the blood on him just from breaking the glass more than anything, though? Yeah, he's befriended Chief now, so it's, a natural reaction from him as well.
I see we have Mr. Bromley back. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, a new part of a new ward, yeah, a new part of the place.
I know you didn't do anything wrong. Just sit down. They're not going to hurt. Just sit down right here.
Yeah, Martini wasn't violent at all. It was only... Oh no, that's not Martini. He wasn't violent at all, though. It was just, yeah, Cheswick. He wasn't... He was just shouting.
Mr. Cheswick, would you please follow me?
Yeah, he's always so nervous and like oversensitive emotionally to things, but yeah, this is gonna scare him so much, isn't it? There we go. I was kind of expecting at some point him to say something.
They all think you're deaf and dumb. Jesus.
I mean, what is he faking the whole thing, or is it just like there's a moment here?
Canada won't be there before these son of a bitches know what hit them.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of this with Chief. Is it just like, you know, he has slowly been getting better and better, more responsive, you know, or is it all just fake?
What's that?
Conducting.
Oh, like electric therapy.
What's that?
This will keep you from biting your tongue.
Oh. Oh wow, yeah. I guess when is it set? It's yeah. This was like standard practice back then. Wow. I don't know, what do they expect that to have done? Not punishment really, is it? I don't really know the effects of the electrocution like that. How much would that do to him? He's completely different there. Or is he just putting a little act on? Yeah, little wink. Okay. He's following in Chief's footsteps.
How about it, you creep?
No, okay. Yeah, we don't get much from Chief, but his acting is really good, because before I did feel like there was just something in his eyes, the way he's observing people. There was something there. I don't know, there was just something in the eyes that made me think there was something more going on there. At least some, you know, observation and processing. What's he doing? Observing, planning something here. Yeah, it's a bit too easy to get into that office, really, isn't it? Oh, phoning someone.
Yeah, baby, it's Mac. It's on tonight. Don't worry about it.
Escaping tonight. Oh, that's Scatman Crothers from The Shining. Jack Nicholson and him reunited.
Chief, I can't take it no more.
Or I don't know what came first, this or The Shining, actually.
It's easier than you think, Chief.
For you, maybe. You're a lot bigger than me.
Bigger personality-wise. Okay, yeah, so it seems Chief is just faking then.
Maybe bringing a couple of bottles with him.
Okay, just bribing his way out.
You're getting closer, but...
Wow.
Hi, Rose. How you doing? Love to
They gotta keep it down. They're gonna wake everyone up, aren't they?
give it to me.
Oh yeah, Chief's there. Or maybe he wasn't actually planning to escape. This was the plan all along. I just assumed on the phone when he was saying it's happening tonight, it was an escape plan. Oh, waking them all up? Are we all going? Just like before? Oh, music playing as well. There's other wards and bits though, other floors and stuff. Can't go too crazy.
Oh, shit, the supervisor. Come on, get your asses back in there. Come on.
Oh, now they've got to hide. Okay. She's just going to see that none of them are in bed though, surely.
Mr. Turkle.
Where the hell is he? Why doesn't he answer?
Yeah, why isn't he answering?
Come in here, go out there and talk to her.
Doing the same fucking thing you doing in there, hiding.
Well, yeah, it's more suspicious that he's hiding. Great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's easier if Candy takes the fall.
I want that woman off this ward immediately.
I mean, that's good. That's better than the whole situation. That's a smaller infraction than it could have been.
Mr. Turkle, I'm really sorry. motherfucking butler, my God. God!
I'm really sorry.
Oh, yeah, look at the mess they've made as well. He's got to explain that too. Yeah, it's his livelihood. Oh. Feed him alcohol as well. Not even aware of the situation, really. Yeah, the thing is, the next morning, people are going to come in and see that they'd been drinking all the bottles. I think, yeah, it's just done for Turkle, isn't it? I thought they were all just going to go back to bed, but no, they carried on partying. Now, is Mac jealous at all of Billy here? Getting more attention from Candy.
Lord Randall's stepping down one. Fredrickson.
Chief's got his coat on too. Is he coming?
Hey, Billy, what's wrong?
Yeah, look in Billy's eyes.
For Christ's sake.
Is it to do with women? Oh, no, he's gonna miss him. I was thinking, like, is it because they said before he had the trouble with telling people that he liked them and things?
So come on, then, let's go.
Whoa, it's not that easy.
Yeah, it's not as simple as he's making it.
Well, then don't talk to me about when you're ready. Yeah. Ready and everything like that. Candy, come here a minute.
I mean, does he just need the push?
Earl the ringer.
Yeah, and of course they're all gonna look. They're being loud again. I'm like, is the supervisor gonna come back again? What's he thinking? You regretting any of this? Turkle needs to, like, whack himself on the head with a bottle or something, get a bruise, make it look like he was attacked or something. Because how do you explain this? Oh, he's still here. Mac's still here.
I just say.
What happened? He just passed out there before he could get out. Is there anyone missing? That window's been open all night. Oh, she's still here.
Let's move.
Ah, she's revealing that she knows Mac. Mac was part of it.
All right, move it back there. McMurphy, get your ass over here and bring Dracula with you.
Christopher Lloyd is so good with his eyes, isn't he?
Looks like Billy Bibb is the only one missing.
Billy?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mr.
Is he still in the room with Candy, that other room? I'm surprised they just, like, said get her out to, I'm not even sure her name, Candy's friend.
I have my cap, please.
Not any kind of legal repercussion or anything.
I can explain everything.
Please,
Oh,
thank you. Explain everything.
talking very clearly as well there.
Aren't you ashamed?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, very direct.
I don't have to tell her. Your mother and I are old friends, you know that.
But he's still here voluntary, isn't he? So he could leave if he wanted to.
I didn't.
You mean she dragged you in there by force?
I mean, all the other guys were encouraging it, weren't they?
She did.
But in a way, did it help him? You know, he got a bit of confidence. His stutter went for a bit there until she mentioned his mother.
No!
Yeah, I feel like McMurphy, he sees himself as like trying to help them. Oh. Oh, whoa. Oh, is that Billy?
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, before. Of course, he got worse after that, after threatening with the mum. Yeah, makes complete sense. Yeah, McMurphy's more concerned as well, rather than being concerned with escaping.
The best thing we can do is go on with our daily routine. All right?
How can you go back to a normality, you know, after seeing that.
Mac, no.
Where's no one gonna pull him off? The other guards? Yeah, that took him long enough.
And the bets are placed. There's one for Taves.
Okay. Harding, Taves, Chessie. That's Chief at the back, still in here.
What's a hit?
What's a hit? And a big queen. I think you're busted.
I mean, whatever was the resolution, it seems like we've had a bit of a time skip. Is it that they thought he was faking still?
Now you feel better, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, actually taking his medication now?
Murphy's upstairs.
Oh, no.
Is he like becoming an urban legend in this section, you know? No, okay. They're bringing him back here now.
Mac. You said you escaped.
But if he
You wouldn't leave without me.
if he did try to escape, he wouldn't be here in this room, would he? They wouldn't have returned him here. Oh. Oh, what have they done? Oh yeah, I don't know the time frame, what kind of procedures they'd be doing. If they like lobotomized him? Now there's no question if he needs to be here or not. Oh. Oh. Is Chief gonna go the same way as well then? Let's go. Better than living the life that he would have. Oh. Can he actually? Is he strong enough? That's nice setup. There we go. Yeah, obviously some others could follow him if they wanted. Oh. Yeah, like the initial shot was the mountains, wasn't it? You don't see much else of the outside world. Yeah, that initial shot, it wasn't supposed to be Canada, was it? Their dream of escape. Okay, so that was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So I've taken a bit of time between recording the reaction and this discussion just to gather my thoughts, and I had a look at a few reviews, other people's thoughts, and it definitely seems like I hated Miss Ratched a lot less than a lot of other people. I don't know, it feels like, to me, as I said in the reaction, she was more emblematic of the system itself, and a lot of stuff she does was logical, like taking away the cigarettes when she found out they were gambling and removing access to the tub room, the room they were gambling in. That makes complete sense. And to be pissed off to come in one day and find, you know, prostitutes have snuck in and everyone had got drunk and potentially hurt themselves and people maybe have gone missing, like, yeah, that makes sense. Now, was she the most caring person? Absolutely not. She wasn't perfect and she wasn't even good, maybe even not even good for them. But it's like the system that they're in there, there's so many individual needs that can't be met, and how accessibility for one person can be detrimental to another. You know, that was with the music. It was for some people it's soothing, for some people it's annoying, and you have people in there who are at different like cognitive levels. Like, for example, with Martini was gambling with them, but you could tell he couldn't quite understand. But then if you had kind of segmented one group of people off and another group of people off, if Martini was with the people who were like even worse, he wouldn't have thrived well in that environment either. There isn't like a one size fits all solution there like the system was trying to impose on them, and like, you know, she was talking about the schedule. They need to keep up the schedule. Schedule can be helpful to people, and I'm sure the schedule can be helpful to people, but also the schedule can be detrimental to some people because it becomes monotonous. You need some variety, you know. The system and the establishment wasn't really fit for purpose, and she is like a personification of that. Whereas when McMurphy comes in, he is almost a personification of rebellion and freedom when he comes in, and the others, they like rely on him to push back against things. And in some ways he did help, and in some ways he didn't. Like, he definitely, I think he was trying to help people. He was trying to help Chief. Obviously, we later find out that Chief, you know, it was all an act, and he was trying to help Billy. But then, is that really the best way to go about it? Getting him a prostitute, is that the best way to build his confidence? We did see, you know, when he was talking back to her, he was better. He wasn't stuttering as much. It was only when there was like the threat of the consequences with her threatening to tell his mother, that's what made him go even worse. And they probably shouldn't have left him alone in a room like that with, I don't know if that was something that was already in the room or if there was a glass bottle that he had, but yeah, it's tragic what happened to him. But also, like, some of that wouldn't have happened if McMurphy wasn't in there in the first place. Like, if you remove McMurphy from this situation entirely, he was this kind of wild card, and things would have carried on in just the way that they were before. So any good that you got out of this wouldn't have happened, like maybe Chief escaping, but any bad you got out of this wouldn't have happened as well, with what happened to Billy and of course what happened to McMurphy. And I did see some people seem to think that it was Miss Wretched herself who performed the lobotomy for some reason, but it's a whole institution, you know. There was lobotomies and there was electroshock therapy, and she wasn't the one doing the electroshock, and I can't imagine she was the one who personally lobotomized him. It wasn't singularly her decision. It just feels weird to blame everything on her, and you know, she obviously didn't help. She obviously wasn't good. Her kind of demeanor and her threats, and like, I understand at some points you need to be stern, you know, you have to go into like kind of like teacher mode and be stern and say, hey, you know, we need to cut this out if something dangerous is happening, or if there's something that would have like a more negative outcome, you need to stamp it out. But also, we never saw any other side of her. We never saw like a more caring side to her. And I did look up, you know, this is based on a book. Book came out in 1962, and even when the film came out, lobotomies and electroshock therapy were still, you know, happening at that time. So like, in the context of the story, it's commonplace for that, or maybe not commonplace, but they were still happening and they were still considered to be like effective. Yeah, electroshock and lobotomies aren't seen in the same way as they are today, although like Mac, I can't see any justification for lobotomizing him at all. Like, what he did wasn't any signs of like anything wrong with him. It was more just rebellion, and what happened to him feels more like a way to kind of squash this rebellion or this counterculture that he kind of built within the system, you know. It feels like it was used more as a punishment than it was used as a solution. And same with like the electroshock, when you know, I thought they were kind of going up a level, or kind of going somewhere else where more violent people are kept, perhaps, where there's higher security, but actually they just went there to get their electroshock done. And I thought they were, you know, being moved up because obviously Chief was punching people and so was McMurphy, but then Martini was there as well, and he hadn't done anything. Sorry, it wasn't Martini, it was Cheswick, because he was like shouting about his cigarettes, and like he wasn't inciting any of that violence. It was the other two, but he still got the electroshock as well. So, you know, there definitely is miscarriages of justice happening within there as well. Yeah, I think I just viewed her more as like cold and callous more than malicious, I guess. It was more like she was indifferent and she just wanted no drama while she was there working, overseeing everything, rather than that she kind of hated the people in there. Although there definitely was a bit of reveling in the not, you know, the whole vote bit, that specific bit, but that's like not something that's as much of consequence, you know. It was just him saying we want to watch this and her not allowing it. It's not like these other big decisions where the consequences are much higher. I think the worst thing she ever does is to Billy when she threatens to tell the mum, but also I'm like, you can't really encourage what has happened the night before and encourage, you know, the use of prostitutes and all of that partying that was happened and the damage that was caused there. Like, you can't encourage that. And it feels like she's just like desensitized to everything that was happening. And I was expecting some ambiguity with Mac, with you know, them assessing him, but I feel like it is pretty certain by the end that there wasn't anything wrong and he was just faking it, which does make a lot of what he did selfish, you know. It's a classic case of very three-dimensional characters, you know. He does bring some good, he does bring some joy to them, but then like the final outcome on Billy, I feel like it's a mix of responsibility. I don't think you can fully just blame that entirely on Miss Wretched, because that situation wouldn't have occurred without Mac being there as well, and Mac, you know, starting this party. And obviously there is some good with the confidence that Billy gains because of what happened, but I don't think Mac was ever thinking of like the long-term consequences, because there's plenty of other ways that could have gone with Billy as well, you know. What if he gets his confidence and then decides to leave because he was only there voluntarily, but then becomes reliant on prostitutes, or can't actually talk to women who aren't, or the way he starts to view relationships becomes transactional. You know, there's a lot of other consequences that there could have been for that, you know. And I don't think we're ever supposed to view Mac as entirely good anyway, because right at the front we're told the reason Mac was in prison in the first place, and he tries to like creepily justify it, and that was just awful. I was trying to read Dr. Spivey's face there when he was saying that, but yeah, that whole so awkward. And as well, like, Dr. Spivey is just as kind of responsible as Miss Wretched in terms of like the decision to do the lobotomy and the way the whole institution is run. It's just through the presentation of the film, he's never really presented as much as a villain as she was. And then the acting here was just great on all fronts, you know. Jack Nicholson obviously killed it here. And then, you know, all of the side characters, all of the other inmates or other residents there, Christopher Lloyd, just in his eyes, so much going on in his eyes there that was really great. And, you know, it's a obviously very sensitive topic, and it never felt like it kind of delved into like stereotypes or anything. All of the characters felt like real characters. They didn't feel like caricatures of whatever illness they were supposed to be representing, you know. And as well, I know it's the end of the video now, but it's I'm trying my best here to be sensitive to the topic and like use the terms to the best of my knowledge that are the appropriate terms. But of course, my knowledge there isn't 100%, and terms of things can be outdated, but you guys can obviously see my intention here as well. And yeah, you know, at the start I said I was kind of expecting some form of like unreliable narrator, but I'm quite glad it didn't go that route. It's quite refreshing. It was pretty, you know, straight shot, the events of the film. There was the bit when they were off on the boat where I'm like, could this be like some sort of fantasy, some sort of imagination? But it looks like it did actually happen there. It makes a change, you know, from... There's other great stories that deal with mental health, and, you know, you've got the likes of like Fight Club and Shutter Island, where there's an unreliable narrator and some things aren't real, some things aren't actually happening, and it's just in the character's head. But it was quite nice here that from what I saw, it was all actually happening, all of the events we saw take place. Because I guess it becomes a bit predictable, you know, if you see a film that takes place in a mental institution, you know you're like keeping an eye out for different tropes and different things and things that might not be completely right. So I wouldn't say this like breaks expectations, because this was way before a lot of those other films, but it was still nice, a bit refreshing. And there's still plenty of intrigue here with like the questioning if McMurphy was faking it, and even with Chief, it was always just like there's something going on with Chief. There is some processing happening at least, and then we fully get the revelation that he was faking it as well, or was at least faking the severity of what he had, because he still was traumatized by what he saw happen to his dad, but, you know, he just pretended to be way worse than he actually was, I guess, to not draw attention to himself. But then that does make it harder for you to like enjoy your time within. But I'm also like not 100% sure why he would fake it as much as he was, because he obviously had this goal to leave and have freedom. But like, if he wasn't putting on this facade, maybe they'd see him as having improved, and then like give him the opportunity to be one of the ones that was like voluntarily there. But also maybe it was just like he was so far down that rabbit hole at that point that, you know, I don't know how long he's been in there. It's probably years. He's already committed to this so much that he can't just suddenly make a rapid recovery, you know. It didn't feel like there was any other reason he was in there though, because I was like for a bit thinking, oh, is he like in there for his own protection? I thought there might have been something like, because when he like first initially mentioned his dad without saying what happened to his dad, I was like, oh, is there something wrong there? Like, it's an abusive relationship somehow, and part of the reason he's in here is to like escape that. But no, that wasn't it. So it just seems like he's just too far in the deep end at that point to be able to like stop faking this, you know, or stop faking the severity of what he had. But I really did love the ending. Obviously not the McMurphy part. What happened to McMurphy was tragic because he was fine. There was no reason in my mind, no logical explanation to lobotomize him like that. And it also, the end with Chief putting him out of his misery is tragic, but I'm also glad he was put out of his misery, because having to live in the state he was in there, I don't know how he would have coped. But then Chief escaping as well, you know, the great setup with I don't know what you call that, the big block, the plumbed in block that he pulled out and threw through the window. There's great setup with that can't be lifted, and we know how big and strong Chief was anyway. There was great setup with that, and then he finally did actually escape. I did really like the ending, like that Chief got his way out as well. Okay, so I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you really love this, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date on future uploads. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.